Right now, the first detailed look at the life of Afghan refugees, our first trip inside Fort McCoy.
Also, the family of the 11-year-old shot and killed inside their home addresses what happened that night. News 3 Now at 6 begins right now.
Afghan refugees have essentially set up their own community inside Fort McCoy, and tonight we're getting our first unfiltered look at some of the almost 13,000 people who've made that temporary home the largest group anywhere in the U.S.
There have been reports early on of food and clothing concerns, and our own reporting showed some refugees worry about health care access. As Naomi Coles explains, officials say there have been minor bumps in the road, but for weeks now everything has stayed on track.
We've seen some of the military's pictures and videos coming out of Fort McCoy in recent weeks, but tonight you're seeing the refugee village for the first time through our eyes, the media.
Each boat costs
And they organized this themselves. They came to us and said, hey, we want to do this. And all we did was facilitate by providing the space, and we do provide some of the materials that he asked.
It's the first real look inside Fort McCoy, filled with the sights and sounds of teaching, soccer, kids, and the occasional chalk art.
And almost half of our population here are wonderfully vibrant and beautiful children.
Kids got to be kids, and they truly are here.
It's a small city set up with mayors, town halls, 8 neighborhoods, and everyone chipping in.
Swings built by Afghan kids, exercise classes, families out walking, soccer games, sidewalk drawings, movie nights, and town hall meetings.
A range of officials from the base, Department of Homeland Security, and Department of State provided updates today. For health care, the lead task force doctor says everyone on parolee status has to get the COVID vaccine, among others, with 45,000 vaccines given out so far. Plus, with about 230 pregnant women, there's now 8 new babies on the base. They work with 5 local hospitals, multiple providers, and others across Wisconsin.
One example is a 6-year-old boy that had heart surgery for a very severe congenital heart defect. He had that surgery last Friday at the University of Wisconsin in Madison, and he's doing really well right now.
Military police say crime has stayed extremely low, especially given the size of the population. 2 assaults reported earlier this month were the only ones referred to the DOJ, they said. 24-hour health care access, about 40,000 meals served a day, and 1,500 soldiers chipping in from 11 military installations. The hum of life at Fort McCoy goes on.
So we have 2 prayer rooms in this community. Every community has 2. One's for male, one's for female, in accordance with their faith.
We've gone weeks here with no issues with food, no issues with clothing.
Officials said the majority of the nearly 13,000 people there have worked directly with the U.S. for military, diplomatic, or development. Thousands more are journalists, activists, and aid workers, and the rest are their families. I told one woman journalist story earlier this month. They expect to start resettling higher numbers of people very soon.
Once they are settled, refugees have big dreams for the future. We're hearing directly from them today, too, both on their struggles to get here and their hopes looking ahead. That includes Farzana Mohammadi, an Afghan woman who played wheelchair basketball back at home. Now at Fort McCoy, she's looking forward to continuing her sport along with her studies in psychology. Both things she says the Taliban wouldn't have allowed because she's a woman. She says she is happy to be here.
Because I love this country. Yeah, she's saying when she was a kid, she would say that she wants to go to America, but she never thought that her dream will come true.
We're also hearing from refugees who look forward to resettling their families here and finding jobs, including a prospective pilot. We'll hear more from them coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
The family of an 11-year-old girl who was shot and killed earlier this week says the deadly incident was an accident, and the 15-year-old suspect has been booked on a tentative charge of homicide by negligent handling of a dangerous weapon. Carolina Shank died after suffering a gunshot wound during a Tuesday night shooting in the 5100 block of Curry Court. Fitchburg police said a 15-year-old was taken into custody and booked at the time on a tentative charge of first-degree reckless homicide. Again, that tentative charge has now been amended. The parents, Christina Kennedy and Jonathan Shank, issued a statement today thanking people for their support over the past 48 hours and indicated the 15-year-old was the girl's brother. They said, quote, our attention is now being focused on coordinating our daughter's funeral while at the same time praying that our son is represented and supported. This has been a horrific few days for our family, and our goal is to get our son the legal support he needs. The 15-year-old has been booked again into the Dane County Juvenile Reception Center, and so far no criminal complaint has been filed. The Madison man accused of shooting and killing his roommate is officially out of jail because of a rarely used Wisconsin law.
Today, legal experts are explaining to our Adam Duxter how the law's broad interpretation likely led to him not facing any charges.
Well, Wisconsin's castle doctrine usually applies to a property owner defending themselves against an intruder they don't know. But in the case of Doyle Reifert, the attorneys I spoke with say it can apply all the same, even in a case between roommates. In 2011, the way Wisconsin interprets the law also changed, pivoting the burden from the defendant having to prove their use of force was justified to the prosecutor having to prove the use of force wasn't justified. That and more, the attorneys say, contributed to Doyle Reifert being out of jail and facing no charges tonight. They say ultimately, when it comes to pressing charges in an ambiguous case, the defendant will have the upper hand.
Where there are ambiguities in the law, we should interpret them in favor of the defendant. So that could be what's happening in this situation as well. Is, you know, this may not be entirely black and white, whether it applies in this specific instance with this kind of interior room analysis, but we don't know for sure that it doesn't. And so we're going to press pause here.
The Dane County District Attorney's Office says while they're interpreting this instance in favor of the alleged shooter, this is something that is incredibly rare and would not cover most other cases. Tonight, both the Dane County District Attorney's Office as well as MPD say it's too early to answer any additional questions about this case.
And let's check your certified most accurate forecasts now with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi.
It is very mild here on the backyard patio. We've had sunshine all day today. Temperatures were actually pretty warm. Visible cloud track pretty much free of clouds through much of Wisconsin. There's some mid and high level cirrus clouds coming in. Now farther to the west, you can see some thicker clouds across parts of western Iowa into Minnesota. Those are showers and thunderstorms, but they're moving more north than they are east. So it's going to take a while for the precipitation to reach us. Probably won't start reaching us until about this time tomorrow. Low temperatures this morning because of the dry air cooled off into the lower 50s here in Madison, some upper 40s to our east, but notice the high temperatures. They went up about 30 to 35 degrees over those early morning low temperatures. Janesville topped out at 88 degrees today, and right now temperatures are still in the upper 70s to the lower 80s. Janesville still at 84 degrees. Dew point temperatures are still fairly low. They're starting to increase toward the Mississippi River. That's when the next best chances of rain will come later tomorrow out near the Mississippi River. But look for a low tonight of about 58 in Madison. High tomorrow about 83 with partly sunny skies. Then those rain chances arrive later on tomorrow night. I'll have more details in the forecast in a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. We are starting to see new COVID cases dropping in Wisconsin over the past 9 days. That is encouraging, but hospital ICUs remain near capacity and every county remains at a high rate of infection. The state's chief medical officer today offering some important guidance on booster shots. So now only if you got a Pfizer vaccine at least 6 months ago and are 65 or older or have certain health conditions or a high-risk job for exposure, now is the time to line up your booster shot.
Booster actually is a good way to look at this. We are prolonging or extending the potency or the high level effectiveness of the vaccines, which are effective to begin with but might decrease over time.
Well, DHS isn't recommending mixing vaccine shots. If you previously got a Moderna or Johnson & Johnson vaccine, be patient a bit while that approval process for a booster is resolved. Dr. Westergaard reiterates the top priority remains getting everyone eligible who has never been vaccinated in for that first dose. And checking out the vaccination numbers, a slight increase in Wisconsin. Right now, 53.7% of the state's population has completed its COVID vaccine series. And in Dane County, the numbers remain among the highest in the nation. 71% of eligible residents are now fully vaccinated.
A report today shows that Republican Senator Ron Johnson paid little in state income taxes in 2017 compared with other years, despite reporting income of at least $450,000. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel says Johnson paid $2,100 in state taxes in 2017, but the average for other years was about $60,000 a year. Johnson's campaign provided few details and refused to release his federal income tax returns. Plans for an impressive new recreation center on campus are revealed this afternoon.
And the future of a much talked about new grocery store along South Park Street faces a new hurdle. What the city plans to do now, that's next.
Mattress savings are happening now during the fall semi-annual sale and sweepstakes at Ashley Home Store. Save up to 65% off. Pay as little as $20 per month on top brands with 6 years no-interest financing, plus $300 in free furniture. Only at Ashley Home Store.
When you hear cough, cough, sneeze, sneeze, it's time for plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold Relief. Dissolves quickly, instantly ready to start working, so you can bounce back fast with Alka-Seltzer Plus.
When it comes to internet and TV, Spectrum has the competition beat.
Really? Can you keep up with all this?
Yes. With faster download speeds and better performance, Spectrum is the #1 choice for gamers. Switch now with the fastest internet starting speeds for the price, 200 megabits. That's enough speed to game, surf, stream, and more on all your devices. Get Spectrum Internet for $44.99 a month. Call 833-742-4499.
Okay, but what about TV? It's not easy to find something that works for everyone.
Spectrum TV with the free Spectrum TV app lets you watch live sports, local news, and more on your TV and on your devices. And unlike satellite, there's no ugly dish on your roof. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-742-4499.
Too bad I'm in a contract.
Stuck in a contract? Spectrum will buy it out up to $500.
Seriously?
And you won't have to sign a new one. Don't wait. Switch today.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yes! Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-742-4499.
The Fall Semi-Annual Sale and Sweepstakes is on now at Ashley Home Store. Shop brand new fall furniture styles at huge discounts, up to 60% off. Then get your scratch-off card in store for your chance at specials and bonus deals. You could even win the $5,000 grand prize. Only at Ashley Home Store.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6. Winner of the National Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television.
Welcome back. It's not exactly back to square one, but hopes of a smooth transition to provide a grocery store in a key area in Madison took a step back today.
The business owners who were supposed to move into the outgoing Pick and Save backed out. Tahlil Mohamedin is live at the city's development site on Park Street to tell us where it goes from here. Tahlil?
The plan to redevelop the South Park Street corridor originally began because there was concern that parts of the city wouldn't have access to a full-service grocery store. It's been a project 3 years in the making, and now the city is running into a new hurdle.
Mutual understanding between the two parties to move in other directions.
Luna's Groceries is pulling out from a development on South Park, leaving the city of Madison to find a grocery replacement for the area's Pick and Save.
We'll need to know that pretty soon, but we're working on that, and that's one of the things that we are committed to as staff in the city, to make sure that that is met, and hope to have some news on that in the not-too-distant future.
The store's owner declined to speak with us directly today, instead referring us to a joint statement with the city, which explained the site wasn't a good fit. In developing plans for the store, it has become increasingly clear to me that it will be challenging to accomplish Luna's vision on this scale and in this time frame. This has been a difficult decision for me, and I appreciate the city's trust in me and Luna's mission. City leaders will be reaching out to grocers who have previously shown interest in the Truman Olson project, a 3.5-acre redevelopment. Community Development Project Manager Dan Rolfe says in the meantime, developers will still be able to begin some initial construction work.
It actually does not affect the timeline for development. We have just closed on the sale of the property to the development team.
In the city's news release, District 13 Alderman Tag Evers reassured people who fought to maintain a grocery store in the neighborhood. He said, "We're still confident that we can meet our goals on this project." The city expects the Pick and Save on Park Street to remain open through 2023. About the same time, they hope to finish construction.
All right, Tahlil, thank you. Construction already underway on the UW campus for a new $113 million recreation center. And today, the university revealed the name of the building that is replacing the old natatorium. The new state-of-the-art facility will bear the name the Bakke Recreation and Wellbeing Center. Jim and Sue Bakke provided the lead gift, $20 million. Bakke is a UW-Madison alum and CEO of Sub-Zero Manufacturing.
I grew up myself on the west side of town here, and I always had a big love affair with the University of Wisconsin. Excuse me. And I always wanted to be an alumni from the university. And, you know, mission accomplished in 1977. But again, so coming almost 360 degrees, full circle, to provide our family with this kind of notoriety and be able to put our name on this type of building is really self-fulfilling.
The Bakke Center will have a 25-yard recreational pool, 8 basketball courts, the Sub-Zero Ice Arena, and an indoor track. It'll also be funded by $77 million in student segregated fees and nearly $14 million in additional donor gifts. It's expected to be complete in 2023.
Women are becoming more and more involved in the construction industry, and local home building associations focused on empowering women in the construction industry at a conference today in Madison. Called BuildX, the gathering provided a place for the 130 participants to network and learn what it is going on in the construction industry.
It's a fun industry that there's so many opportunities within this industry that people can do, whether they're interested in the actual construction itself or, work for a builder or a marketing firm, or there's so many different categories that represent this industry.
And the conference included group activities to demonstrate the passion and motivation of those participating.
Well, the plight of a stolen puppy captured our hearts.
Tonight, that story has a happy ending. We'll tell you how the young chocolate lab made his way back home. Next at 6.
And then Gary says one more summer-like day, and then a bit of a change coming this weekend before we inch closer to some more normal fall weather. That's next.
This is a Wisconsin brewmaster. He brews the local craft beer, the beer that washes down the Oktoberfest broth, the broth that pairs with the potato salad that befriends the burger that tastes like victory. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
If your old, outdated bathroom is bringing you down, let Mad City Baths bring it up to date with a high-quality bath or shower installed in as little as 1 day. It's our Rake in the Fall savings sale. And when you call during this program, you'll double your savings. Save $800 on a new bath or shower, 12 months interest-free financing, and a $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. Plus, $250 in Mad City cash towards future home improvements.
Important healthcare announcement. If people tell you your TV is too loud, or if listening in some environments has become difficult, we are requesting your participation in a special program called the 30-Day Challenge. Hearing Life Hearing Centers are seeking people with hearing difficulties to evaluate a new digital mini hearing aid now being released. To take part in this event, you must call. Please get a pencil and write down the number below. All people with hearing aids or hearing difficulties are wanted to take part in the 30-Day Challenge, evaluating a new high-tech device that sits discreetly behind your ear. This hearing aid is Bluetooth enabled and is rechargeable. All hearing assessments are performed at no charge for those taking part in the challenge. Participants will try these hearing aids for 30 days. Call the number below and take the Hearing Life 30-Day Challenge.
For 87 years, Steinhafels has been helping families create the home of their dreams. And during Steinhafels' 87th anniversary sale, we're celebrating with store-wide savings of 35%, plus an extra $87 off your purchase of $17.99 or more. Steinhafels has the largest selection of furniture and mattresses ready for your home. Celebrate 87 years with us and save big during Steinhafels' anniversary sale. Only at Steinhafels and steinhafels.com. This is a Wisconsin farmer. She grows the locally sourced freshness, the freshness that complements the wild-caught salmon, the salmon that tees up the cheesecake that sweetens every moment. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
We have just over a week to go in our Coats for Kids campaign, and we had a big jump in donations, 500 more, bringing the total to more than 2,000 coats.
And for those who don't have a gently used coat to drop off, we have a selection of kids' jackets and accessories available for purchase. If you're interested, go to channel3000.com, Coats for Kids, and click on the link to our Amazon wish list and take a look.
So one of the most popular stories on channel3000.com today is the happy ending to the saga of Doyle the puppy. The chocolate lab is back home after he was stolen from his house on Tuesday during a burglary at a home on Madison's northeast side. Dane County Sheriff's deputies found him inside a car that had crashed near Oregon. Doyle was identified by his microchip. The 15-year-old driver said he bought him at a yard sale.
Well, let's go to Gary now with your first warn forecast.
Last day of September feels more like that of mid-July, and the first day of August probably feels about the same. 3 things you need to know. We'll see warm weather for tomorrow with high temperatures in the lower to middle 80s. Then we'll see some showers this weekend, perhaps even a few thunderstorms, but not an entire all-day rain for either Saturday or Sunday, but you definitely will probably get wet at some point. And then mild weather returns for next week. Temperatures drop back into the upper 60s to lower 70s, but the average high temperature by then is in the lower to middle 60s, so we'll see above above normal temperatures. As we check out Doppler track, Wisconsin pretty much dry, but to the west you can see some showers and thunderstorms moving almost due north. There's very little eastward progress because the air is still dry across Wisconsin. It'll take a while for it to moisten up. And on future track, you can see how the showers and thunderstorms move more to the north over the next 24 hours. And then as we head into tomorrow afternoon, we start to see some showers and storms popping up into tomorrow evening, into tomorrow night, and then on Saturday. Notice, not an all-day rain. There'll be hit and miss, but there'll be, pockets of brief heavy downpours as the showers and thunderstorms move through. Sunday, we're probably more just showers. The winds shift around to a more northwesterly direction, and the atmosphere is a little bit more stable. Computer model forecast shows somewhere around 1/4 to 1/2 inch of rain through southern Wisconsin. There might be some areas that pick up somewhere around 1 inch or a little bit more in a heavier thunderstorm, but the drought situation remains pretty much unchanged. Moderate drought conditions from Madison southward and severe drought conditions across parts of northern Illinois and far southeastern Wisconsin. High temperatures today, again, more like that of summer. 80s through Wisconsin into central Illinois. These are current temperatures, and they're still into the 80s, 70s across much of the state of Wisconsin now. But as we look at weather track, the upper level winds continue up to the north and then drop back to the south and the eastern part of the country. That pattern will start shifting eastward with time. So that will start to allow some of this moisture to work its way northward. That's what will give us the chances for rain over the weekend. But the main part of the jet stream is still kind of up to the north. So even though we'll see that more cloud cover, that will tend to drop our temperatures a bit, and the rain chances also help there. We're not seeing a big cool down. And again, we're going to see above normal temperatures next week, just not as warm as what we're seeing right now. The warm air is ahead of this low pressure system where the winds are out of the south and southeast. Behind the low, the winds shift back to the north and northwest, and that's what we'll see later on in the weekend. But temperatures are still in the mid-80s in La Crosse, mid-80s through much of eastern Iowa. Dew point temperatures are still in the mid-50s here, but notice out to the west, they start to climb into the mid to upper 60s. So with time, we will see better chances for rain. Tropics continue active with Hurricane Sam and Tropical Storm Victor now in the eastern portion of the Atlantic Ocean. Tomorrow, look for a high temperature of 83 degrees with partly sunny skies, so another warm day. Future track during the day tomorrow, you can see the shower and thunderstorm chances later tomorrow night into Saturday, but again, not an all-day rain, but it will be a little cooler on Saturday, and those rainfall amounts spotty, 1/4 to 1/2 inch, a few areas maybe over 1 inch and a heavier thunderstorm. 69 for high on Sunday, but then, like I say, next week temperatures, upper 60s to lower 70s, mainly dry weather, just slight chances for rain toward the end of the week.
And coming up in sports, Matt Given's message is simple for the Middleton girls tennis team. Be your best person. How the Cardinals are taking that beyond the courts next in our Coach of the Week.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Attention Madison and South Central Wisconsin homeowners. If you're thinking it takes a lot of time or money to upgrade your bathroom, then think again. Bad City Baths, Wisconsin's #1 remodeler, is your trusted local source for baths, tub-to-shower conversions, and walk-in tubs installed in as little as 1 day. Premium patterns like Canyon Rock and Sierra Sand. It's so easy to afford. During our Rake in the Fall savings sale, save $400 with interest-free financing for 6 months and a $25 Walmart gift card with estimate. But call during this program will double your savings, save $800 on a new bath or shower with 12 months interest-free financing, and double it to a $50 Walmart gift card with your free in-home estimate. Plus, act now and get $250 in Mad City cash towards your next home improvement project. Dial 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466.
Can you get this? I don't have my wallet.
Oh, really? It's funny how that always happens.
It's funny.
With BMO Harris, you don't need your wallet. You can get money from any BMO ATM using your phone.
Uh-oh, looks like someone can buy their own tacos.
You could also pay them back with Zelle.
So many ways for you to pay.
Awesome.
Order for BMO.
Ooh, tacos, banking. Some things are made to be mobile.
That feeling you get when your phone is your wallet. That's the BMO effect. And right now, open a new BMO Harris account online in just 5 minutes.
When you hear cough, cough, sneeze, sneeze, it's time for plop, plop, fizz, fizz. Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold Relief. Dissolves quickly, instantly ready to start working. So you can bounce back fast with Alka-Seltzer Plus.
No one has ever reinvented mattress shopping until now. The grand opening of Slumberland Sleep Solutions, where we've simplified, uncomplicated, and laid things out for you. Start with a quick rest match to pick your basic mattress type.
You love memory foam.
I really do.
Then shop the information and rating system on each bed. Did you know you can get great back support with a soft feel? It's true, and easy to find. Mattress shopping, reinvented, only at Slumberland Furniture.
Tomorrow morning, we're giving you a good scare.
I'll be live at the 608 at Screamin' Acres.
They're celebrating 10 years of ghosts and ghouls.
And we are tracking that cold front with the latest rain chance. We'll have the forecast tomorrow morning from 4:30 to 7.
The Middleton girls tennis team is coming off a season where they took home a state championship. It was Matt Given's first year leading the Cardinals. You couldn't have asked for a better debut, but Given doesn't measure success with a trophy. A win for him is his team being their best person. Middleton girls tennis swings with no pressure.
It's always there and it's always nice, but it's not like our #1 goal.
Because winning their second straight state team title
Good, Sonia.
isn't Matt Given's main focus.
I do want to win, of course, but like there's no pressure, I guess, from him to like win for the team, which is nice because like it lets us play.
It's got to be this ball right here. Okay, so work on that. I'm here to make them better human beings. That's the most important thing.
Which is why Given had the team hold the teacher appreciation night.
Each of us invited one teacher, and we brought them out and we made them little gifts and notes.
A lot of teachers don't get appreciated or thank you enough, so as a thank you to the teachers.
And the event brought smiles to both the Cardinals and their guests.
It was nice to bring out a teacher that I appreciate and be able to show it to them.
It's really awesome to see some of the girls who come to me and say, Coach, my teacher showed up, you know, and it's just a really awesome feel to see that the girls felt special.
A feeling.
Coach always preaches, be your best person, do the best you can, and it kind of goes with everything.
Given hopes his girls continue to pass on.
There's not a better feeling as a coach. Yeah, I want to win, yeah, we want to win, but we just want to have fun, and also become better people. I don't care how hard you hit it right now. Use your legs.
And here's your weekly reminder to nominate your coach to be the next Coach of the Week. Just head to the sports page on our website and fill out the nomination form, or you can send me an email. Brewers wrapping up their series with the Cardinals. Craig Counsell, a fan of that. 6th inning, Crew up 3-2. Not going to like this, but Charlotte will. Dylan Carlson sends a 2-run shot into the seats. His second home run of the game puts the Cards up for good. 4-3 is your final from St. Louis. Gary, the Brewers are in the playoffs. The Cardinals are in the playoffs. Where are your Cubbies?
Hey, go Brewers, and Dylan Carlson's on my fantasy team, so it's the best of both worlds there. Well, live view from the Quebe Radio Skycam at Platteville. Clear skies out to the west. It's a beautiful evening out there. As we check out current temperatures, 77 in Madison, still lower 80s over southwestern Wisconsin. A little cooler closer to Lake Michigan. Temperatures there have dropped into the upper 60s. Look for an overnight low temperature of about 58. High tomorrow, 83 with partly sunny skies, but rain chances come back for the weekend, dropping temperatures back to a little bit above normal, and then you can see mainly dry weather for much of next week.
I won't pick on you for the Cubs, Gary. I'm sorry. I don't like to see that. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.